నేనే చేస్తున్నా. చూద్దాం. ఓకే. హ్మ్. So today we will start plugins. So first basically plugins అంటే ఏంటి? Why we use plugins? So plugin is a custom logic that built on .NET framework. ఓకే. సో ప్లగిన్ అనేది కస్టమ్ లాజిక్. కస్టమ్ లాజిక్ అంటే మనం క్రియేట్ చేసుకునే కస్టమ్ లాజిక్ దట్ బిల్ట్ ఆన్ .NET ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్. సో ప్రతి ప్రోగ్రామింగ్ లాంగ్వేజ్‌కి ఒక ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్ ఉంటుంది. సో ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్ అంటే ఇట్స్ ఆల్రెడీ డెవలప్డ్ అండ్ వీఆర్ యూటిలైజింగ్ దట్ డెవలప్ ఫంక్షనాలిటీ. అంటే మన .NET‌లో కొన్ని ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్స్ ఉంటాయి. దాంట్లో డిఎల్ఎల్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఆ డిఎల్ఎల్స్‌లో బిల్డ్ చేసిన క్లాసెస్, మెథడ్స్ ఉంటాయి. ఆ మెథడ్స్‌ని మనం యూజ్ చేసుకొని ప్లగిన్స్ అనేది డెవలప్ చేస్తాం. సో అందుకే మనం చెప్పేది ఏంటంటే బిల్డ్ ఆన్ .NET ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్. దెన్ why we need to enhance, why we need custom logic. Okay, so for example account entity ఉంది. In account, so whenever we create any account record, so whenever we create account record, we need to generate some account id అనేది జనరేట్ చేయాలా. ఓకేనా. సో అట్లాంటిది మన వీ డోంట్ హ్యావ్ ఎనీ ఫంక్షనాలిటీ ఇన్ బిల్ట్ అవుట్ ఆఫ్ ది బాక్స్. సో వీ నీడ్ టు ఎన్హాన్స్ దిస్ లిమిటేషన్. సో ఆ ఎన్హాన్స్మెంట్స్ కోసం we can go with the plugins. So what is our requirement? We can create account id field, is a new field, then generate id automatically. Okay, so for that what we will do, first we will create account id field and we will place it on the form. Add existing account form field account id. Okay, it will be a single line text form So ఈ field this field should not be edit. So అందుకే I will make this field as read only. Save, publish. Okay. Now refresh. Now we have this account ID. So what is our requirement? Save. Let's say when we save this account, ID should be automatically generated. We should not give the ID. System will automatically generate this. So then for that, we don't have out of the box functionality. We have to build our custom logic, and we need to enable that custom logic as a additional feature. So we need to use plugins for that. So how to implement plugins? Okay. So first step is Visual Studio. You need to install the Visual Studio. Open Visual Studio 2. Before install Visual Studio latest version and .NET Framework for greater than 4.6.2. You can install 4.7, 4.7.2, 4. Whatever. It should be greater than 4.6.2. Okay. So first open Visual Studio, then create a new class library. It will be a C# type. Okay. So let me open Visual Studio. I have 2019. You can install 2019 or latest one. Create new project. So what is of type? Class library with C#. Okay. So class library .NET Framework C#. మీకు class library and search చేస్తే you will get different things. See, you will get class library VB, you will get .NET Core. So we have to use .NET Framework C#. Okay. So once we select this, click on next, give your project name 3, provide the project name. Okay. So generate account ID on account creation. This is my project name, framework 4.6.2. Then click on create. Okay. So you will get like this. Then what you need to do is fourth point, install SDK package. How to install? Right click on the solution, right click on the references and manage NuGet package manager. So what are the packages is Microsoft.xrm.sdk and Microsoft.crm.sdk. These are the two references. In Visual Studio, click on Solution Explorer, click on References, right click, Manage NuGet Packages. So click on Browse, search for Microsoft.xrm.sdk. You will get this. When you click install, all these references will be installed in your reference folder. Okay, then you see here Microsoft.xrm.sdk, crm.sdk will automatically add. Okay, then what is the next step? Add references in the class. So in the class, every project will have a class. Okay, so using Microsoft.xrm.sdk. So another one what we have added using Microsoft.crm.sdk. Okay, now I am using these two references. To use these references, first I have to add in references. How to add? By using the manage NuGet package manager. Okay. And then sixth point, inherit the iPlugin interface. So what is iPlugin? సో ఇక్కడ నేను .NET framework అని స్పెసిఫిక్గా చెప్పాను. వాట్ ఈస్ .NET framework? Microsoft has provided some frameworks. Frameworks అంటే that is already built on C# and they are providing as a framework. ఆ ఫ్రేమ్వర్క్ని యూస్ చేసుకొని we are leveraging their classes that are present in the framework. So first we have to inherit iPlugin interface. సో ఈ iPlugin interface ఎందుకు యాడ్ చేసాము? సో when I right click on this iPlugin interface, when I click on go to definition, so where this iPlugin interface is available? In Microsoft.xrm.sdk. Okay, so that is the reason if we have to use this, I need to add this reference because this interface is present in this reference. Okay, and then 7, implement execute method. So plug every C# programming class will have class main method. Okay, so plugin main method is execute, public void execute of, it will take one parameter called iServiceProvider. So you can give the reference as service provider. Okay, so for every plugin this is the common. We will add the references, we will use them in the class, then we will inherit the iPlugin interface, then we will execute this method, and then we need to get the iPlugin execution context is equals to iPlugin execution context of service provider dot get service of type of which type. It's a iPlugin execution context type. So this line also a common for every plugin. Similarly, we have iOrganization service factory. So I will change the reference as factory, service factory. So here I need to use iOrganization service factory, get service of type iOrganization service factory. Clear so far? So why we need to use iPlugin execution context? Because we need to get the data related information from CRM that will be retrieved from the context class. Why we need to use service factory? To perform the CRUD operation. So iOrganization service is used to perform the CRUD operation. But why we need to use the service factory? Because iOrganization service can be created from factory. Okay. So I will give the reference as service. So here I will use the service factory dot create organization service, which will take one parameter called user ID. User ID will be available in this context class. So I will use context dot user ID. Okay. These three are common, these three lines. Then we need to check the entity. Like now we are performing logic in account entity. So when this code is executed, we need to check whether the code is executed from account or not. So how to check that? Entity before if context dot input parameters dot contains of target. Why we use target key is target key is used to check whether it is an entity type or not. First I'm checking whether it contains the target in context class, then if contains, then I will read the data. Okay, entity of context dot input parameters of target captain. Target is entity. Okay, then it will check context class have target keyword. Target keyword is used to check whether it is an entity type. So entity if contains, then it will execute this entity. The context input parameter is checked as entity. If it is, then I will create one variable called a variable of type entity. Then I will give the name as account is equals to context dot which is entity type context dot input parameters of target. So now if it contains the target and the target is entity, then I am storing this target information in entity variable, that is account. Then I will check another if account dot logical name is equals to account. So here in CRM, the account entity logical name, what is that? Account. Okay, so if it is account, then we need to set the value. So how to set the value? First, we will use the random class. Random number we will generate. For that, I will use random class auto number is equals to new random of, so it will take two parameters, the minimum value and the maximum value. So random, it should start the minimum value with this 10 digit number 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, comma the maximum value. First we will set it here, and then we need to set the account ID. So account ID, uh, so account dot attributes of, what is the attribute name that we need to set? Get the logical names. This is the account ID. Okay, is equals to, in account entity, in this attribute we need to set this random value. Okay, so auto number dot next. So here we need to set two values. One is the minimum value and one is the maximum value. So this is the my minimum value 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10. The maximum value is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 10. This is my maximum value. Okay. Okay. So since it is a string type, I will convert this to dot to string. That's it. So till here, every plugin logic is same. We will check the target. We will check the entity type is, if we are working on account, we will check account. If we are working on lead, we will check lead. If we are working on opportunity, we will change the logical name of that entity. And this is the two lines that is related to our requirement. Okay, so implement execute method and three classes. What are those classes? I plugin execution context, then I organization service factory, then I organization service. Okay, and then 8, build your business logic. 9, build the project. So click on solution. This is the project. Right click, build. Build is succeeded. Okay. Then 10th point, sign in the assembly. How to sign in? Right click on the project, click on properties, and then sign in. Right click on the project, click on properties, click on sign in the assembly, new. Don't give the password, okay, because every time we need to provide the password. Okay. So here I will give any key, account ID, for example, and then 11, build the solution. So this is my solution. Right click, build solution. Build is succeeded. Now we have developed the plugin. How to register a plugin? How to register a plugin? Let's see. So when we add the SDK, we will get this. We don't have the plugin registration tool. Okay. References, manage NuGet package manager, plugin registration tool. Just search this, install, accept. Solution. Okay. So this folder will be added here. Right click, tools. Here you go to plugin registration tool. New, give your username and password. This is my username. Give password. Then login. సో ఇప్పటివరకు మనం ఏం చేసామంటే we just implemented the business logic. సో ఆ బిజినెస్ లాజిక్ ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసేకి వీ హ్యావ్ టు రిజిస్టర్. ఫర్ ఎగ్జాంపుల్ మనం జావా స్క్రిప్ట్ చేసాము. జావా స్క్రిప్ట్లో ఫంక్షన్ రాసిన తర్వాత ఫంక్షన్ రిజిస్టర్ చేసుకున్నాం, ఆన్ లోడ్, ఆన్ సేవ్, ఆన్ చేంజ్ అని. సో సిమిలర్లీ ప్లగిన్ కూడా అంతే. ప్లగిన్లో ఇప్పటివరకు మనం బిజినెస్ లాజిక్ రాసుకున్నాము. ఆ బిజినెస్ లాజిక్ ఎప్పుడు ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ అవ్వాలనేది నౌ వీఆర్ డూయింగ్. సో ఫస్ట్ వన్ ఈజ్ sign in the plugin registration tool. 2. Register new assembly. So register new assembly. So the assembly location, right click on this project, open folder, click on bin, click on debug, just copy this path and search. So what is our plugin name? Generate account ID and account creation. This is our plugin. So isolation mode is sandbox for online, and we need to store the location is database. Click on register selected plugin. One plugin is registered. Okay. Now, so it is a register new assembly. Here, isolation mode is sandbox. It will be by default sandbox. We cannot change it to none. Okay. And storage is database. So since we are working in online, it is recommended to store the plugin in database. 3. Register and new step. So in, this is our plugin. Select this plugin, right click, register new step. What is step? Step defines the trigger, like on load, on save, JavaScript ఎలాగనో plugin కి step is mandatory. అంటే అక్కడ ఫస్ట్ జావాస్క్రిప్ట్లో ఏం చేస్తాము, we will add the assembly in the form properties, then we will add the events. So same here, when I need to execute my plugin, whenever create, what create, whenever account. So in account entity any record is created, my plugin should trigger. Okay. Secondary entity is none, we don't need any secondary entity, and all these are okay. I need to execute synchronously the server deployment. So here the pipeline stages we have 3. I will detailedly explain about these 3. So as of now I will register on the pre-operation. Register new step. Okay. Now we have registered the plugin. Okay. Register in new step. Fill message. Messages are create, update, what else, delete. We have different messages. Okay. And then select entity and select pipeline stage. Pipeline stage that we have selected is pre-operation. That's it. We have the assembly. That assembly have the step. Now I will create new account. Demo account 1. Save. Expected error. Let's see what is this error. Exception minimum value cannot be greater than maximum value. Okay. So I will remove one. So since we have updated the code, same. Build the solution. Success. Then go select the plugin. Click on update. Load. Select this step. Select all. Update. So now it's updated. For the very first time, one plugin is registered. So for the registered plugin we have updated. That's why it is one assembly is updated. I will save account. You see, ID is generated. This is the ID. I'll just copy and paste it here. I will create another record. Demo account 2. Save. This is the ID. So the ID will automatically generate here. What is the minimum value and maximum value within that range that we have provided. So we have provided minimum value as 9 ones and maximum value as 9 nines. So every time whenever account is created, a random value will be generated within this range. Now, for example, you don't want in this format, you want like company name hyphen account number. Okay, so company name means, so we'll use CRM. Okay, how to use? I will just add CRM. Yeah, I will, since CRM is a hard coded value, I will pass it in double quotes slash hyphen. So I need to concatenate this string with this string. Both are strings. To concatenate, we need to use plus symbol. So plus symbol for two strings, it will club. CRM will join with this value. Okay. So same what I'll do now, I will generate, build the solution, update, select all, date. It's updated. Now I will try to create another account. And demo 3, save. Is it clear? Any questions? Just stop it.